Blessings. Welcome to our third installment of our Soham sessions, a deeper understanding on how to look at the nervous system and how it relates to the chakra system. So the importance and the reason that we're going into this work is so that we can have a deeper connection with our bodies, so that we can understand that by stepping back into the driver's seat of our lives, we can remove the blockages and the energies that no longer serves us and just have a deeper, more connected, more resilient, more playful and enjoyable life, just a life that we can really show up and connect with our community, our tribe, our lovers, our families, and with ourselves. Today's session, we're going to be looking into how the nervous system relates to Manipura chakra or the solar plexus chakra. And let's just talk a little bit about what Manipura means, or what the solar plexus means, this energetic center, because understanding the chakras is really just understanding these energy centers that hold information. They're like memory chips, essentially, if we want to look at it that way, and they retain information and they absorb energy through different modalities and activities and communications that we work throughout the day, throughout our lives, and essentially help us to manifest, to grow, to build whatever it is that we want our lifestyles to look around us, right? These centers of energy, these centers of intelligences. So Manipura is all about confidence, willpower, resilience, determination, abundance. How do we want to create in this world? How do we want to have ourselves be seen in the world when it comes to like our creations, our projects, the world outside of just our communities and our relationships, but like, what are we manifesting? What are we manifesting into our realities? This is all to do with manifestation. And do we have the courage and the power and the stability and the structure to manifest the realities that we feel that we want and that we deserve? So if we've grown up in a reality where we've been told that we're not good enough, that we're unable to have what we need, if we've seen that it's really difficult to make money, it's really not okay to have confidence, that we need to make ourselves really small in order to survive in this world, we haven't really been given the tools to be leaders. Unfortunately, the system has really shoved us into boxes and told us that we all have to be a certain way, and if we don't conform to this way, then essentially we're not going to survive. And this is a huge Manipura trauma. This is a huge solar plexus trauma, because if this area is balanced and passionate and inflamed, essentially this is where all of our like passion and our flame, our fire comes from, right? If this is inflamed, and we're really feeling the power from this energy center, then we have the confidence and the determination and the willpower to be able to make these decisions and to create these lives, to create these realities, to create this abundance that we need to have. So what happens when we're traumatized in this way, as we've learned before, is that it affects our nervous system. If we're repeatedly told the same thing over and over again and suppressed over and over again, where is our nervous system going to be seated when we're trying to start our own projects, or we're trying to manifest these realities that we know that we deserve, that we feel in our bodies that we are capable of, but there's something holding us back? We could also have had trauma around failed attempts by like starting projects and then having had money lost or friendships lost. So that also could show up in our nervous system as like, whoa, this isn't a safe place to be. My manifestations aren't necessarily safe, because maybe I don't really know what I want or what I'm trying to manifest. So every time I think about something to manifest, my nervous system lights up, because there's a trauma related around that, and I either go into how we were talking about the different circuitries, like fight, flight, shut down, and I'm unable to move forward. And that's really how we can see how the two relate to each other. So you can see it if, when you're trying to plan a project, you sit down to work, you have your pens and your books and your laptop and all your stuff, and you're like, yes, today I'm starting my project. And you start writing things down, and all of a sudden you just literally go blank. Your brain just shuts down. It completely goes, and maybe you start to daydream about something that is completely unrelated to what it is that you're doing, and this is like a loop. And then all of a sudden you come back to what you're doing, and you're like, oh my god, I just disappeared for the last 5 to 10 minutes. And that could keep happening over and over again. or you could get really anxious and fidgety and not really be able to sit still. Yeah, you're just like constantly, maybe you start scrolling or picking up the phone to phone a friend, or getting up to make yourself something to eat, but it's just this constant spiral. And those moments, we don't relate it to, but it's our nervous system having these reactions of like, oh shit, this isn't safe. This isn't a safe space to be. So I need to tap out. I need to totally disassociate right now. And I can't actually be focused, because being focused means that I could end up in a situation that's going to hurt me by trying to manifest my dreams, by trying to manifest my goals, because I'm a sheep, I am not a leader, I have been told I'm incapable, I'm unable, and I don't have the confidence, so who am I to try? How do we fix this? Yay, manifestation abilities, we're going to switch them back on. And it's so beautiful by understanding that if we regulate the nervous system and come into our bodies, step out of this mind space, because we can't think our way out of these reactions, it's all happening somatically, that's the first step, really, realizing that we can take the reins, we can take the power if we look at it from a somatic perspective. And the first little exercise that we're going to do is a breathwork exercise. So this is quite a powerful energetic yogic pranayama, a breathwork exercise. I recommend doing this at least 5 days a week, especially if you're in a process where you're wanting to start a project, or just wanting to get more confidence in life, to be able to make choices based on your needs and your dreams and your desires, and if you're just wanting to be able to have a little bit more focus and direction. So what this breath work does is it actually regulates the entire nervous system. It also removes any energetic blockages in the body, and yeah, it just brings fire. It just brings more fire and drive and focus to your goals. So yes, let's get into a comfortable seated position if you aren't already. And like we said before, just shaking out any stimulus that's happening. Maybe we're a little bit overstimulated. That was a lot of information, so we're just going to shake out the information by slowly just tapping on our foreheads, tapping and coming all the way around, and just really gentle breathing into the body. Wonderful. We're going to shake out the hands, and we're just going to slightly bob the shoulders up and down, just bringing ourselves again deeper into a more somatic experience out of the cognitive experience. Maybe we add a little sigh in, bring a little wiggle, just bringing attention to the body. From here, the breath is going to look like this. We're going to take deep inhalations through the nose, and they're going to be full yogic breaths. So inhaling stomach, chest, sternum, and we're going to exhale quite strongly, right? So let's do that again together before we put the hand movements in. Deep inhalation in, stomach, sternum, chest, and exhale, really allowing all of the air to come out of the nose as well. The movement that we're going to do with that is we're going to be reaching our hands up, we're reaching for our goals, inhaling in, and we're going to bring our goals into our realities. Yeah, do we all feel good with that? So we're going to do deep inhalations in again, and we're going to exhale any stagnant energy out, bringing our goals deeper into our reality. Amazing. So we're going to do 3 rounds. First round, 20 breaths. Second round, 30 breaths. Last round, 40 breaths. Just follow me and I'll do the breaths, and at any point if you feel tired or if you feel like you need to rest, totally don't push yourself. It's important to feel like this is your practice, this is your body. Just see how deep you can go with the movement and the breath, but at any point if you feel overwhelmed, please definitely just relax and take it easy, right? In between each round, I'm going to guide you through a little moment of breath holding. So in between each round, just pay attention to my cues on how to move your breath. Okay, are we ready? And 1, 2, 3. We're going to inhale completely, and we're going to exhale halfway, and we're going to hold the breath for 15 seconds. And exhale completely. Amazing. Are we ready for our second round? 1, 2, 3, and. Exhaling completely. Inhale. And exhale halfway. Hold the breath. 15 seconds. Maybe we let that out with a little sigh. And for our last round, you guys are doing amazing. We're going to do a deep inhalation and exhale completely. Inhale completely. Exhale halfway. Hold the breath for 15 seconds. And exhale completely. From here, we're just going to allow ourselves to feel the energy moving through our bodies. You might feel some tingles in the arms, in the head. This is all perfectly normal. And allow the energy to settle by taking some gentle yogic breaths, inhalations through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. From here, we're going to bring our hands into prayer. And we're going to rub our hands together, creating some friction, some warmth. And we're going to bring our palms over our eyes, allowing ourselves to just surrender into the depths of ourselves. And from here, we're just going to give our faces a little massage, bringing attention to our jawline, where our nerve endings of our face are, access to our ventral communication, tribe, homeostasis, openness, playfulness. And shake out any excess energies in the hands. Amazing, guys. I don't know if any of you are feeling more in your body. I definitely am. I would really recommend doing this, like I said, 5 days a week, every morning before starting your day, if you're looking to start any new kind of project and you have any blockages with that. And then for today's homework, what we're going to do is we're going to really start to be able to sense when we notice ourselves going into any kind of circuitry shift around these areas in our lives. So as I was saying before, you know, that moment when you sit down and you're about to do whatever work that you're going to do, And notice yourself going into these moments of fight, flight, freeze circuitry, and regulate yourself and bring yourself back. How do we do this? A really cool tool is lavender essential oil. I would recommend having a little bottle with you on your work desk. The smell really helps to regulate the nervous system, and you're just going to put a few drops on the palms of your hand, and you're going to rub your hands together, and you're going to inhale 3 times. And then you're going to take your hand and you're going to place your left hand on the back of your neck and your right hand on your stomach, and you're just going to massage the lavender oil into the back of your neck, activating the vagus nerve, activating the central nervous system. And you're just going to breathe into the space while you're massaging the back of your neck. Every time you notice yourself coming into any of these circuitries while you're trying to get any kind of work done or any kind of project planning done, and you're going to breathe into the back of your neck, and you're going to breathe into your stomach, and you're going to breathe the sense of calmness, the sense of calmness, the sense of centeredness. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to gently rub these areas as we were expressing just after the breath work. This is our where our facial nerves lie, access to our ventral circuitry. And we're just going to take some really deep, really calming breaths through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And do this as long as you need to feel until you're regulated. And if you need to do this 10 times through your session, that's totally fine. You're giving yourself the space to become more connected to what's happening in your body, bringing yourself out of the mental area that you can get in, because it can be really frustrating when you're trying to get a project done and all of a sudden you find yourself scrolling on Facebook, or you get up to do something that you had no intention of doing before and you don't know why. So when you start to see these patterns and become aware of them and then bring yourself back into your body every time, those circuitries become less and less. I hope this was helpful. I want to hear from you guys. Please let me know if this has been helpful, if these videos have been changing the way you see yourself, the way you see your nervous system anyway. Please feel free to reach out. The email's in the captions at the bottom, a link to the website, and check out our other ways that you can work with us. And I want to hear from you guys. Please, I hope everyone's having such an incredible morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you're at, and blessings. Thank you so much for joining us.